If you're a school administrator, fee collection can be a real nightmare, right? It's this constant battle of chasing payments, sending out reminders, trying to track who owes what. It just eats up so much time and energy. But what if you could put that entire frustrating process on autopilot? Well, today we're going to look at how a system called ClassPep is completely changing the game for school fee management. Okay, just take a look at this dashboard. For a lot of schools, this is a painfully familiar sight. See that number in the orange box, 96%? That is a staggering amount of the total fee that's overdue. Now, this isn't just some number on a screen. It's a huge threat to a school's cash flow, and it really affects your ability to operate smoothly. This is the exact problem we're here to talk about.
So just think about it for a second. How many hours, actual hours, are your accountants, your admin staff, maybe even your teachers, spending just making phone calls and sending emails to follow up on fees? What if all that time and energy could be put back into what really matters, focusing on the students?
And that really brings us to the big idea here. The solution isn't to work harder at collecting fees. It's about working smarter. It's about automating that whole follow-up process. Let's dig into how that actually works.
This is the classic set-it-and-forget-it idea, but is built for school finance. You just configure your reminder schedule one time at the beginning of the year, and then the system just takes over. And the really smart part is, it knows exactly who has an outstanding balance, so it only contacts those parents. No more annoying the parents who've already paid, and no more manually checking lists.
Now, this is one of the most powerful parts. The strategy is based on a simple fact. Not everyone checks the same app or platform, so the system hits them from multiple angles. It might start with a simple in-app notification. If that doesn't work, it automatically escalates to an SMS, then maybe a personalized WhatsApp message, and it can even send an automated voice call. You're meeting parents where they are, which means you have a much, much better chance of actually getting their attention.
But automation is only half of it. The other half is all about empowering your people, your teachers, your management, with the exact tools and information they need right when they need it without piling on more work.
And check this out. This is all about clear, personal communication. Instead of some generic reminder, the system can generate these individual overdue fee slips. Each one has the exact amount for that specific student. You can print them out and send them home. It just gets rid of any confusion and makes the request really specific and tangible.
And think about your teachers. You want their help, but you can't bury them in administrative tasks. The Teacher app handles this perfectly. It gives them a simple, focused list of overdue students for their class only. Then, with just one click, they can dial a parent right from the app. And after the call, they can easily log a few notes in the built-in CRM. The key is, it turns them into efficient partners in this process, not debt collectors.
And what about the management team? Well, this quote really says it all. The big win here is the move away from waiting on reports to having real-time information. You get to see everything that's happening right on your phone. No more asking someone to pull a spreadsheet. You see the collections for the day, the status of each class. You're always in control. So, we've got automated reminders, we've got an empowered team, but let's be honest, sometimes you need a stronger nudge. So now let's look at the features that are really designed to create some urgency and get parents to act now. Okay, this one is an absolute game changer, especially around exam time. ClassPep lets you link the fee payment status directly to the hall tickets for exams. It's simple. If dues aren't cleared, there's a problem with the exam pass. It creates a very powerful, very timely reason to settle the balance.
And here's where the magic happens for your office staff. You just click one button to generate hall tickets for the entire school. The system does all the heavy lifting. For students who've paid, the ticket is clean and ready to go. For those who haven't, it's automatically marked unpaid. Just think of the countless hours this saves, not having to manually check lists and sort tickets by hand.
Here's another incredibly powerful tool that gives you options. For parents who are seriously behind, you can choose your approach. There's what you could call a hard lock. It temporarily disables everything in their app and just shows them a screen with how much they owe and a big Pay Now button. Or you can use a soft lock, which is a bit more targeted. It just withholds access to new things like report cards or published marks until the balance is cleared.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. All these reminders and restrictions, doesn't that create a bad experience for parents? Well, the trick is to pair that firm follow-up with a ridiculously simple payment process. Let's flip over and see what it looks like from the parent's side. So, when a parent with an overdue balance logs into their app, this is the first thing they see.
It's completely unambiguous. There's this big, prominent banner right at the top that clearly says you have an amount overdue and gives them a massive Pay Now button. You literally cannot miss it. And more importantly, they can take action instantly. And once they click that button, they land right here. A super simple, clear screen showing what they owe. A couple of taps, and the payment's done. And that's the whole point, right? The system reminds them, it guides them, and then it makes it absolutely effortless for them to actually pay. You're removing all the friction not just for your school, but for the parent too.
So when you put it all together, the transformation is pretty clear. You're moving away from the complete chaos of spreadsheets and endless phone calls, and you're moving toward a smart system of automated control, clear communication, and ultimately, a much more efficient collection process.
And that leaves us with one last really important question. When your team is finally free from that daily, draining job of chasing fees, what could they accomplish? Could they focus more on student development, build better relationships with parents, improve academic programs? That's the real value you unlock with a smarter system.